to see these are in the Conshohocken section of Philadelphia. So, and he didn't like these even though he designed them, he really didn't like them because they were built on big pieces of property with no neighbors nearby. And he really felt that like a real community should be close knit. It should have big and little houses so that people of all socioeconomic groups could live close to each other, and that people could be near each other. And so he and a group of people who thought like him would have discussion groups and talk about this. At this time he was living in the Overbrook section of Philadelphia. He had built some beautiful houses in there, and he and his family was living there, and his brothers and sisters and their families were all living there, and they would all get together and discuss about the downfall of craftsmanship and all. And they had this idea to start an arts and crafts community. Now, the arts and crafts movement started in England in the middle 1800s with William Morris. And William Morris had written books, and Mr. Price was a real follower of Morris and loved the whole idea. So he and his family and he had 3 sisters and 2 brothers and their family. They all decided they wanted to start this arts and crafts community. And at that time, Rose Valley was an abandoned mill town, and that's what it looked like right there in that photograph. And
that's what this is built.
Well, this was this was an abandoned mill, and where Hedgerow Theater was an abandoned mill, and it had been owned from 1850 to 1890 by a man named Antrim Osborne, who manufactured woolens down here. But Mr. Osborne died in 1890, and his family tried to sell the complex and couldn't sell it. So it just had fallen abandoned, and this was the perfect place for Mr. Price to come. Mr. Price had actually been born in Wallingford, which is a neighboring community, so he kind of knew the area, and he knew. And the train was put in 1850, so there was a way, a way of getting people like out here on the train, or actually people could be out here and go to work in the city, which was something that was kind of a new thing that hadn't happened before. Before you had to be like near where you worked because there wasn't transportation. You couldn't like get in your car and like go to work in the morning. You had to live near your work. But the train was the beginning of suburban communities, and the way they started was that they started around the train tracks. So that's where you can see like Swarthmore, Ridley Park, Morton, all those places all along train tracks all started popping up. But then houses started being built further away. The people could walk to the train station, all that kind of stuff. So he knew about this area, and he got some backers, and they put up some money, and okay, now hold on, I have to take this call.